Hi guys, and welcome to Food Allergy Canada's Allergy Pals Monthly. So my name's Julie and I'm so excited to welcome you guys to this month's session. If you weren't here last time, this is how it works. We're going to talk about a certain topic and have some fun polls, some interactive activities, and a question and answer time at the end. This month's theme is going to be camping with food allergies. And I think this is a perfect theme to start off the summer months because everyone's going to be getting ready to go camping for the July long weekend. You may be going to camp in the next month after you finish school next week, which is also exciting. So hey guys, so let's just do a little bit of background on me. So I'm Julia. My allergies are to peanuts, tree nuts, fish, and shellfish. I like to swim, read, and watch sports. My favorite place to camp. So there was a place that me and my family, I'm from Toronto, and there was a place that me and my family really liked to go to up north that we went to once. It was called Algonquin Park, and it was just so beautiful with so many trees and a lot of greenery. We also went to this place called 6 Mile Lake a lot when I was a kid, and that place was always a lot of fun. Many good memories there. My favorite allergy-friendly camping meal, I love marshmallows. When I think of camping, I think of roasting marshmallows on a fire. So that is my favorite allergy-friendly camping treat. And also because you can't do it very often here. Okay, guys, so first poll question. So have you guys ever gone camping before? So this can be either camping as in with your parents, with a tent or an RV, or even camping with school. So select one of the following, yes or no. All right, so most of you guys said yes, 75%, and a couple of you guys said no. That's awesome. Okay, so camping is fun. I love camping because it is such an opportunity to enjoy nature and play outside. If you guys are like me and you live a little bit closer to the city, you guys don't really get to see all the nature that Canada has to offer very often. So it's really nice to really have the opportunity to get outside and to be really one with nature. It's also such an opportunity to spend some time with family and friends. A huge part of when you guys are at home is surrounded by social media and surrounded by the television and YouTube and cell phones and tablets. And when you go camping, you don't have any of this stuff. So it's a really great opportunity to spend some quality time. And you get to make your own special meals. So like you get to be creative, you get to create and make stuff that you've never made before. So raise your hand if you plan on going camping this summer. Awesome, a couple of you guys said yes. If you guys want to write in the question and answer box below, what kind of place are you going camping to? I would love to know. Is it camping somewhere up north? Are you going somewhere far away? Tell us. So camping can be done in many ways, guys. It's not necessarily just in a tent on the ground in a park. It can happen in the woods. It can happen in a campground. It can happen in an RV or a trailer, which I've also done. It can also happen in your backyard, and it can happen in day camp, which is what a lot of you guys might be doing this summer when school gets out. Okay, guys, next poll question. What's your favorite part of camping? So select one of the following: campfires, swimming, games, sleeping in a tent, or other. Awesome. So a bunch of you guys clicked other, and some of you guys also clicked swimming. I would love to know what your favorite part is. What is your favorite part of camping? Put your answer in the question box below. So someone says my place is a bit different. I'm going to house camp or obstacle courses. Ooh, someone's favorite part about camping is obstacle courses. That's really cool. And then someone else says that their favorite part about camping is water fights. That's also really, really fun. Okay, guys, camping, true or false? So I'm going to say the question, and I need you guys to put in the question and answer box whether you think it's true or false? So number 1, marshmallows are always 100% of the top common allergens. Do you think this is true or false? So number 2, bug spray can sometimes be made out of plant oils like citronella or soybean. True or false? Okay, a couple of you guys said true. Awesome. So let's look at number 3. Epinephrine should be with you when you're hiking. True or false? All right, a bunch of you guys are saying true for that one. So let's take a look at what you guys got right. So number 1, I think we all concluded collectively that everyone thought it was false. False. So you guys were right. Sometimes marshmallows may contain allergens, so it's always very important to check. Good job, guys. Number 2, bug spray can sometimes be made out of plant oils like citronella or soybean. A lot of you guys said true. Let's see if you're right. True. Check all the ingredients before using. You guys are awesome. Let's see if you got the last one. Epinephrine should be with you when hiking. Let's see. You guys all said true. True. It needs to be with you at all times. Oh, you guys are camping experts. Awesome job. So packing for a camping trip. My question to you guys, what would you pack to stay safe with your allergies? Write the answer to the question in the question box below, or raise your hand to be unmuted to speak. Someone says small safe snack. So something that I would pack to stay safe with my allergies is lots of allergy safe food. So for example, I'm allergic to peanuts and nuts, and I know that trail mix is a huge thing when people go camping. I actually found a trail mix. It's a nut-free trail mix, and it is so good. So good. So I always bring that with me. All right, gonna continue. Okay, guys, so packing for a camping trip. It's always important when you're packing for a camping trip to carry your epinephrine auto injectors. You want to bring more than usual. So for example, this weekend I'm actually going to be going to a cottage. It's still up north. We're in the woods. It's not the same as camping, but it's similar. I'm going to be bringing more than I would usually bring. So I'm going to be bringing 4. And I usually carry around 2, just in case. Another important thing is to make sure you're keeping it in a waterproof bag if you're near water. And you also want to keep them safe from extreme temperatures. So you want to make sure that your epinephrines are always kept in the shade or in a cooler spot area. So if I'm going to the beach or something, I'm making sure my epinephrine's always closed, put away in a bag, in like under a chair. So safe foods. You want to bring some safe dinners and safe snacks. It depends on you and your allergies. You want to create a plan that works best for you and your needs. Something else is safe sprays and sun lotions. You guys want to make sure you're carrying that sunblock and making sure that the bug spray that you're using doesn't come into contact with any of your allergens. And last but not least, you want to make sure you have a plan in case of an emergency. You want to know how long it would take an ambulance to get to where you were and how long the nearest hospital is. You also want to make sure you have a phone with you at all times. That way you can, a charged phone, not a dead phone, a charged phone. That way you can make an important phone call if necessary. Okay, so some food ideas. So help your parents plan some meals. Get creative, guys. What kind of safe foods do you love that you want to see when you're camping or when you're doing something? So for example, when you guys go camping, you usually have like a camp stove or a fire you can use. You can bring tin foil to put over an existing grill. So for example, you can wrap a potato in tin foil and then put the the potato wrapped in tin foil on the grill. You also want to bring your own safe roasting stick and utensils. So if you're bringing a roasting stick to roast marshmallows, you want to make sure you have your own and you're not using someone else's. There is a thing called gorp. So gorp is good old raisins and peanuts. So you can make your own safe trail mix. I found a trail mix that works for me that is nut free and that I'm able to have, but what works for you guys and your needs and your allergies? So what I want you guys to do now, I want everyone to write one delicious treat to add to our group trail mix. So I want everybody to write the answer in the group chat. What would you include in our group trail mix? Ooh, someone says yogurt. Cool. So what you can also do is like freeze yogurt and then put like little yogurt packs in there. Someone else says chocolate. That is awesome. Dried apple. That's a really good idea. Something that I would add to it, maybe a little bit of oatmeal. If you guys can eat oatmeal. Cool. Awesome. Sounds like, oh, someone says raisins. Raisins are a really good idea. I love raisins. Awesome. Sounds like we're making quite the cool trail mix. Actually, I might try to make that this weekend with all of your great ideas. Thanks, guys. Okay, next poll question. So what's your favorite thing to eat when camping? Select one of the following: hot dogs, roasted marshmallows, chips and candy, trail mix, or other. The majority of you guys click roasted marshmallows. Me too. Those are my favorite. And some of you guys clicked other. I would love to hear, what is your favorite treat? Okay, so let's go over insect stings for a bit, guys. So if you are allergic to insect stings, you need to inspect the area before you're setting up camp. Are there a lot of insects there? Do you see a lot of bees? Maybe there's a bee's nest nearby. Look around for that kind of stuff. That way you don't set camp in a place where you think it could be a problem. So you want to clean up your food waste right after you finish eating, right after. The moment you finish eating, start cleaning up your space because it's important. The longer that your food stays out, the more likely it is that insects are going to be attracted to it. So you want to look for beehives and avoid garbage areas. So you want to avoid garbage areas because that's usually where bees like to hang out, because that's where all the food goes. And you want to look for beehives because you don't want to be in a place where there's a lot of bees. You want to look in your open can before drinking. So guys, bees and bugs in general are very, very attracted to sugary drinks, Sprite, Coke. So you want to wear shoes when you're outside. Super important to wear shoes when you're outside, guys. Not only keeping your feet clean, but just in case there's any insects on the ground. You want to zip your tent up nice and tight. You don't want any insects to come to you in the middle of the night. You want to pack and use bug spray, and always have your epinephrine on you in case something does happen. Okay, guys, so let's practice a tough situation. So what would you do in this situation at a camp? So one person, I'm going to say the one over here, and then what I want you guys to do is either raise your hand or write into the question box how you would want to respond. If you want me to unmute you, raise your hand. So come over to my campsite tonight for a surprise dinner over the campfire. How would you guys respond to that? Write your answer in the question box or raise your hand. All right, Heather, do you want to share how you would respond?
I'll bring my own supper, but sure.
Awesome. So you'd bring your own supper. That is an awesome idea, because you always want to make sure, guys, that you're being the safest. If you don't feel like having to ask those kinds of questions, those difficult questions, it's an easy way to do this and to still feel included is like, sure, I will definitely join you guys, but I'm actually going to bring my own food. That way you know what you're eating. So Alode and Nikele say maybe. So maybe, but like maybe you have to do a couple of things first before you change that maybe into a yes. Maybe you need to ask your parents to talk to their parents. Maybe you need to find out what they're eating tonight and whether or not you're allergic to it. Maybe you want to go but bring your own food. Those are the types of questions that you might want to look in. So, and then Marlene says, I have allergies. So it's always very important to let the person know that you do have allergies. That way you guys can investigate what would be the best thing for you to do. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. So it's time for Allergy Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm going to do is slowly reveal letters of a special phrase. You guys are going to type your guesses into the question box. The first one to guess the correct phrase wins. Are you ready? Okay, so that's what it looks like. And I'm going to slowly reveal the words. Anybody have any ideas yet? We have some people getting warm. Anybody get it? Oh, and we have the first person to respond. Marlene, congrats. I'm going to reveal the last one, guys. Campers have s'mores fun. Awesome. Awesome to those of you guys who also guessed it right. Congrats. All right, that's a great introduction to s'mores, and I love s'mores, so this is very, very, very good topic. So what common allergies could s'mores contain? Either raise your hand or write your answer in the question box below. So Heather, you have your hand up. Is there something you want to share?
Graham crackers. Graham crackers could maybe come into contact with sesame, and chocolates with nuts.
Absolutely. Thank you. And then we have traces of nuts. We have someone saying traces of nuts in the chocolate, peanuts, nuts, and milk. Awesome. So pretty much, guys, that we see that s'mores can come in contact. It can be sesame. I actually, you know what I should have brought? I actually have a pack of s'mores in my cupboard right now. I should have brought it here and should have looked at it. That way we all could have been 100% certain. We have peanuts or nuts and milk, which can come from the chocolate. It can have gluten in the graham crackers, so tons of allergens can be contained. Awesome. Good job, guys. Okay, next poll question. So have you guys ever gone to a day camp before? So select one of the following: yes, no, or unsure. Awesome. So the majority of you guys have clicked yes, and a couple of you guys had clicked unsure. I've actually never been to a day camp before. Okay, so before day camp, before camp, your parents should do 3 things. So number 1, tell the camp about your allergies. It's important to tell them beforehand. That way they can create a plan with you before camp even starts. Number 2, ask what kind of foods will be served. Will you guys be bringing your own snacks and lunch, or will they be provided for you? If they are provided for you, what kind of food are they going to be serving? And number 3, ask if any activities involve food. There is one camp activity that I know that people used to play, which is like bobbing for food. So like you put your face in like this big bucket and like you have to catch food with your mouth. I don't think camps do that anymore, but ask them if any activities involve any food. That way you know what to stay away from or what could be a risky situation. And then at camp, this is what you should do. Number 1, have your auto injectors with you, and then let other people know where you keep it. just in case something happens and you aren't able to get to them, someone else can get them for you. And number 2, bring your own safe food from home. Don't accept and share food with others because you don't know what's going to be in it. Myself, personally, I always bring food with me in my bag whenever I leave the house, just in case I get hungry and I can't find a safe treat for me. All right, guys, so it is question time. So guidelines, so it's no parent questions, just kids. So either type your question or raise your hand to be unmuted over the phone. Keep it short and sweet, no medical advice, and 1 question each, 2 if there's time. So raise your hand if you have any questions. I'm actually going to start with a question that I actually got sent to me. So what should I do if my camp counselor isn't taking my food allergy seriously? So guys, that's a really important question. So most counselors have already been trained or at least informed about their campers' food allergies. When I used to work in camps, we were always alerted beforehand, and we were always trained on how to deal with food allergies. So if you have the feeling that your counselor doesn't know enough, get in touch with the camp director or unit head to express your concerns. Camps takes food allergies very seriously. Don't be afraid to speak up if you're not feeling comfortable or safe. Thank you for asking that question. That's a very important question. So another question I was sent. Should I bring my epinephrine out in a canoe? I'm afraid I'm going to lose it if we tip. It's important to always have it with you, so try to think of a smart strategy in your situation to keep it safe. Keeping it in a waterproof case and attaching it to your life jacket is one good way to make sure it stays dry and with you through any tips. And the last question I have here. My friends invited me to sleep in a tent in their backyard. When I got there, I realized that the food inside the tent I couldn't eat. What should I do in this situation? It's a good idea to communicate your allergies ahead of time to your friend, or perhaps your parents can call their parents. So you can also offer to bring some safe food, as chances are they just didn't know the food on hand was unsafe for you. The more involved you are in planning any type of camping experience, the more you have to say in the food that will be available. Awesome. Great, guys. Thank you so much for these questions. These are awesome. So guys, for any more information, visit www.foodallergycanada.ca/summercamps for more tips on camping with food allergies. Cheryl, did you have a question that you wanted to share? All right, so next month's session, guys, is going to be on July 29th. It's going to be from 7 to 8 p.m. The topic is going to be epinephrine, so epinephrine and EpiPens. So register at foodallergycanada.ca/events. You can also watch past Allergy Pals monthly webinars at foodallergycanada.ca/webinars. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today, and I really hope you can make it next time. So I want to give a special thanks to the University of Alberta for their original online mentorship program and TD Securities for their financial support. Lastly, please take a second to fill in our survey afterwards. We appreciate your feedback so much. Until next time, thank you.